Hello everyone, happy holidays. I just wanted to do a last minute thing here in hopes of spreading awareness of this idea that I had, and it's really simple. So I left my apartment one day, something told me to bring extra food with me, which is really strange because I've been suffering from appetite loss. And on the way back from school, I stopped at a stoplight where I normally see a homeless person. We've all been there, and there's a small part of you that's like, oh, this is gonna be awkward because I don't have any cash, and they might actually be an alcoholic or a drug addict. I always give them the benefit of the doubt because we know homelessness is real. But I saw this man, and he looked like the best homeless person I've ever seen. I mean, he was skinny as a rail. His hair was a mess. He was dirty, very lethargic, and kind of looked like Jesus, so that was strange. But the sense of urgency came over me to give him the snack, and I just went for it. I reached out from the lane over from him, and he took it back to where he was standing. Before I could lose sight of him, he was already on the ground, just indulging in this bar, and I just got this wonderful feeling. It was just the most rewarding thing. And I'm thinking, what if I always had food in my car? If you have food in your car, you don't dread that awkwardness, you actually get excited to help. And by the way, every homeless person I helped was beyond thankful. They didn't throw it back at me. One guy had one leg. And I know that sounds like it wouldn't be that big of an impact, but when you think about how little fuel they have just to get through the day, it's gotta help a little bit. Especially when you consider how malnourishment can affect their mental health. I've been through it when I was an alcoholic. I didn't realize it then, but I was actually depriving myself of nutrients that kept me sane. When's the last time you went to get an application for a job, or went to a job interview, or shopping for clothes for a job interview while you were starving to death? I can almost guarantee that you've never been in that situation. And Jesus says that if you feed the least of his children, then you have fed him. So you're pretty much giving Jesus a snack, which is awesome. And this life might be complicated, and there's all this logic and reasoning that comes into our heads and messes with our hearts and changes our minds, and it's not worth it. We're not even here that long. The time that we're here is meant to prove what we deserve eternally, okay? And there are different levels of rewards in heaven, and this is so easy. We're so convinced for some reason that we're helpless. We are not helpless, okay? Yeah, they're homeless, but we're not helpless. You don't have to go dedicate your time in a homeless shelter, although that would be great. We just have to work harder at setting up the situation to help them, instead of setting up the situation to make excuses not to help them. As you're laying in bed, warm, on a freezing cold night, while others are begging for something, anything, think about how blessed you are. We are so blessed. The poverty in America is actually perceived as royalty in other countries. We have no excuse. We should not make the homeless people suffer because of a stereotype. And you know deep down when you deny them that you made the wrong choice. And the reason that you dread seeing a homeless person is because you feel guilty about what you're not gonna do. So I want to challenge everyone over the holiday season and beyond to grab a little something for somebody else. Let's start this movement. Share this. Not for me. Share this for them. God bless you.